Dear students, uh, this is Dr. Pradeep Kumar, working as assistant professor in the chemistry department. Yeah. Today, I am going to demonstrate the third experiment, that is estimation of ferrous in the given sample by using dichrometry experiment. Okay. Actually, in this experiment, we are going to use potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7 solution. So that's why this experiment is known as dichrometry. Okay, the experiment name is the estimation of ferrous or amount of ferrous ion in the given sample. Okay, by using dichrometry solution. Okay, yeah. Actually, this potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7 compound is a very strong oxidizing agent. So that's why when we use the titration in the more salt, that is ammonium ferrous sulfate hexahydrate, this is the source for the iron in this experiment. Okay, ferrous. Okay, source for the ferrous is more salt. Here we are using more salt. Okay. In this experiment, the ferrous ion is oxidized into ferric ion, that is Fe plus 2 is going to convert into Fe plus 3 ion in the presence of potassium dichromate solution K2Cr2O7 solution. This K2Cr2O7 is a very strong oxidizing agent. So that's why it can oxidize iron 2 plus ferrous 2 plus ion into ferric ion, that is Fe plus 3. Okay, this is the mechanism involved in the experiment. Okay, to do the experiment here, first you need to clean the apparatus thoroughly by using water as well as distilled water also. Okay, to do this experiment you need actually the apparatus, we need burette, we need pipette, conical flask, okay, and droppers also we need. Okay, these are the operators we need to do the this experiment. Okay, yeah, chemicals are required. Which chemicals are required here? More salt, ammonium ferrous sulfate hexahydrate solution. This compound can be used to prepare the more salt solution. Okay, and potassium dichromate K2Cr2O7, this is also used in this experiment as an oxidizing agent. Okay, and we need diphenylamine indicator also, and H2SO4 solution, concentrated H2SO4 solutions. Okay, these things we need to do the experiment. Okay, and what is the objective? What is the objective in this experiment? Objective is to find out the amount of the iron content, ferrous iron, to find out the amount of the ferrous amount in the given sample by using dichrometry experiment, that is potassium dichromate solution. Okay, this is the setup to do the this experiment. Okay, yeah, now I am going to demonstrate how to do the experiment. Okay, how to do the experiment. Actually, in this experiment we have two steps. Okay, we have two steps. In the first step, we are going to the first step is standardization of dichromate solution. Standardization of dichromate solution. And the next step, that is second step, is the estimation of ferrous iron component in the given sample. Okay, the second step is to estimate the amount of the ferrous iron which is present in the given sample. These two steps are there. Okay, in the first step, what is the first step? The first step is standardization of dichromate solution by using standard more salt solution. Okay, 0.05 molar more salt solution will be used to standardize the potassium dichromate solution. Okay, this is the first step. For the first step, first we have to pipette out the 10 ml of the more salt, standard more salt solution, that is 0.05 molar more salt solution into the clean conical flask. Okay, we have to pipette out 10 ml of the more salt solution, standard more salt solution into the clean conical flask. We have already pipetted out 10 ml of the more salt solution into the conical flask, and after that we have to add 3 to 4 drops of concentrated H2SO4 solution. 3 to 4 drops of concentrated H2SO4 solution. Why here we are using H2SO4 solution? It is a source of H plus ions. Okay, it is a source of H plus ion. To generate the H plus ion source, here we are using concentrated H2SO4 solution. Okay, after that we are going to add 2 to 3 drops of 2 drops of indicator, that is diphenylamine. Diphenylamine is the indicator in this experiment. We have added 2 to 3 drops, and now we can titrate against the dichromate solution. This more salt solution can be titrated by dichromate solution. See here the colors. First we can observe the greenish green colored solution, and after that the end point will be blue violet color. Okay, yeah, here observe here, while we are doing titration, slowly you have to add the burette solution into the conical flask by dropwise. Okay, yeah, check here, slowly it is going to convert into greenish, but our end point will be violet blue. Okay, till the violet blue color observe, we need to do the experiment, we need to continue the experiment. Okay, check here, already the color will be changing slowly. Okay, while we are titrating, we have to add drop by drop. Okay, each drop will be countable. So yeah, check here, observe here, we need blue violet blue colored solution, which is a end point. Okay, check here, already we got. Yeah, see this, the color will be changed, colorless to violet blue. Okay, yeah, then we need to check the reading. It is almost 2. Okay, 2 ml. Yeah, we need to enter into the table. Okay, yeah, here initially the burette reading will be 0, and now it is 2 ml. Okay, and the final the volume consumed of dichromate solution will be 2 ml. Okay, yeah, to get the concurrent value we are going to repeat the same experiment. Okay, yeah, see this is the 10 ml of pipette out one. Okay, more salt solution, and here again I am going to add 3 to 4 ml of concentrated H2SO4 solution. After that we are going to add the diphenylamine indicator 2 to 3 drops. Okay, after that shake well, and again I am going to titrate against dichromate solution. Observe here, the color will be changing slowly. The end point will be violet blue. End point ఏంటమ్మా దీంట్లో violet blue. Yeah, see the color will be changing slowly, so that's why we have to titrate slowly. Yeah, see this, see the color. Okay, then again note down the burette reading. It is 4. Okay, it is 4. So initial reading is 2 ml and final reading 4. So how much the consumed volume of dichromate solution? It is again 2 ml. So here we got concurrent values. So now I am going to stop this step. Okay, this 2 ml will be, you can note down as x. Okay, x ml. Yeah, this is about a first step, that is standardization of EDTA. Okay, by using these values we are going to find out the molarity of the dichromate solution. Okay, after that the second step is there, that is estimation of ferrous iron content in the given unknown sample. Okay, yeah, the procedure will be same, but the difference is here the Mohr salt will be different. Okay, same dichromate solution will be in the burette. Okay, but here we are going to change the concentration. That means initially we know the concentration of the Mohr salt, that is 0.05, but in this step we are going to take unknown solution. Unknown solution means the solution we don't know the concentration, the molarity of the concentration. So from that we are going to find out the estimation, the amount of the ferrous ion. Okay, amount of the ferrous ion. The remaining experiment will be same, but the only change will be here we are going to take the Mohr salt as unknown sample. Okay, I already pipped out the 10 ml of the unknown Mohr salt solution into the conical flask, and again I am going to add 3 to 4 ml of the concentrated H2SO4 solution. After that we are going to add 2 to 3 drops of indicator, diphenylamine indicator, and then I am going to titrate this solution against dichromate solution. Okay, yeah, see here the color will be changing slowly, the end point will be same, the same experiment, the difference is the concentration of the Mohr salt, that's it. Yeah, check here, this is the end point. Okay, violet blue, and again you note down in the second table. Okay, the value of second table. Yeah, initially the reading will be how much? 4 ml, and here we got 6 ml. How much volume consumed? 6 minus 4, 2 ml. Okay, to get the accuracy we need to repeat again this same procedure. Okay, again I am going to take 10 ml of the unknown Mohr salt solution, and here I am going to add 2 to 3 drops of the concentrated H2SO4 solution and the indicator, diphenylamine indicator, 2 to 3 drops. Okay, again we have to repeat the titration against the dichromate solution which is in the burette. Okay, what is the burette reading here? Burette reading is nothing but consumed dichromate solution, isn't it? In the burette we have dichromate solution, isn't it? So observe here, slowly the color will be changing into violet blue color. This is the end point of the experiment. We have to add drop wise. Yeah. Check here. Violet, blue. Again note down the value of the burette. Yeah. The burette reading is 8 ml. Initially we got burette reading is 6 ml. Finally we have 8 ml. 8 minus 6. Again we have 2 ml consumed, volume consumed of dichromate solution. Okay, we got the concrete values, so I am going to stop the experiment at this point. Okay, yeah, we have done 2 steps. First step is standardization of dichromate solution, and second step is estimation of ferrous ion in the given unknown sample. Okay, we'll do the calculation later. This is the process. Okay, we'll do the calculation later.